What's poppin' YouTube? It's your girl Isis and I am back with another video. If you're new to my channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell so you know when I post. Hey y'all, so as y'all can tell by the title, I will be showing you guys how to make better thumbnails for your Sims Let's Plays or just for your Sim game in general. It's whatever you prefer. You know, it doesn't matter. You're gonna need 3 things. I will have these 3 things linked in the description so you can go download. So the first thing is Sim Ripper. This is how you're going to get your Sims out of the game. So you need this. And then you need Sims 4 Studio. I will say though, I have the old version of Sims 4 Studio because I've been trying to download the new one, but I don't know, it's a little, some is a little off. So I just continue to use the old one. The old one works perfectly fine for me. I didn't have to update it, none of that. So this is the same one I've been using. Then you need Blender 3.4. And you also need Blender 2.7. You need this for Sims 4 Studio or whatever. So we're going to start with Ripper. So once you download the Ripper folder and all that stuff, you're just going to go ahead and click right here to open it or whatever. I will say though, it will give you like different messages like saying that it can't upload something. Just keep clicking OK. It doesn't matter what that says. Just keep clicking OK. Like this right here, unable to read, you know, this is, so just click OK and just keep clicking OK until it open up the whole program. Okay, so once you click through all them messages that was popping up, even if you don't have them, then you will automatically get brought to this page. But if you do, just keep clicking OK until you get to this point. Okay, so once you get to this point, you're gonna go up here to select and you're gonna click this first save file. Don't click these right here where it say version 0 and all these other ones. Click the very first one of whatever save you got in your game. So I'm gonna click this right here and it's gonna load up all the Sims that's in this save file as well as Townie. So just make sure you know what your Sim's name is, and so you won't have to be looking. But you can go over here and you can search by last names or first names or household. I will probably do last name because I know what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for my RP Sim. Her last name is Stone, so I know for sure she's right here, Alex Stone. So I'm going to click on her and it will say working. It's going to take a minute, y'all. It's going to take a minute. Just be patient. It doesn't load automatically. It's going to take a minute. Just be patient. Okay, so once you're don't mind my Sim tongue hanging out like that. I need that tongue for like a pose. But once you have your Sim loaded or whatever, you don't have to worry about moving or none of this. You just go over here to where it say day and you save your Sim wherever you want to save your Sim. I'm gonna save my Sim to the desktop. I'm just gonna save, no, matter of fact, I'm gonna save her where I always save my Sims. I save my Sims in my Blender folder. So I'm gonna go ahead and save my Sim, save her, and it's gonna say save. Okay, once it's saved, you can just continue the same step with all your other Sims that you want to be in your thumbnail. So if you got 5 Sims you want to be in your thumbnail, just look for every 5 Sims and just keep doing the same step that I just showed you. Also, you can go over here to say outfit and just find out what outfit you want them to wear for the thumbnail. But I always save my game. I always have my Sims wear what outfit I want for the thumbnail already, and I just save it. That way when I click on their name, they already load in with the outfit I want. So I won't have to do all this. But if you don't want to do that, you can also do this way too. I need to look for her girlfriend because this is my RP Sim and she do have a girlfriend. So I need to look for her as well. So she is right here, star. So I'm just going to click that as well. And she's going to load and it's just going to keep repeating the same step that I showed you guys before. Okay, so once you do that, once you have all your Sims that you want in the thumbnail uploaded, you're going to go to the next step, which is to export the poses from Sims 4 Studio. So you're going to go ahead and click Sims 4 Studio. If you don't know how to set up Sims 4 Studio, you do need to connect it to the Blender 2.7, I think I said. So you're going to go up here and you're going to go ahead right here to Blender Path, where it says Blender Path, and you're gonna have to connect Blender 2.7 to Sims 4 Studio. So wherever Blender 2.7 is on your computer, if you left it on your desktop or if it's in your downloads folder, just go ahead and find that and just connect it to your Sims 4 Studio. Okay, so now you're gonna have to go over here to My Projects and you're gonna have to look for the poses. I already have the pose that I want for this video. It's right here. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And you're going to click clips And this is how you do the poses. This is how you export the poses from Sims 4 Studio. So I know I want to do 2 poses for my thumbnail. It depends on how many poses you want to do. If you just want to do 1 pose, that's fine. But I want 2. So I want these 2 pictures right here. So I'm going to export this. Make sure the rig is what you want. So if you want this pose for a female, make sure it's a female. If you want this pose for a male, make sure it's for a male. You have to make sure you do that, because it's going to be all jacked up, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and export pose 1, and I'm going to just go ahead and save it to my desktop. And you just continue to do that for the rest of the poses. So like if the poses have like 4 people needed for the pose, you're going to have to keep exporting all those poses for your Sims. So for this pose, it's strictly needed for 2 people and not just 1 Sim. So I need to do 1 and 2. So I'm going to export 2 as well to my desktop, and it's going to export. Okay, so once you exported all the poses that you want, that is the end of Sims 4 Studio for now. But I need Sims 4 Studio for the rest of the poses, and I'll show you why. But as far as poses go, exporting them out of the Sims 4 Studio, you are done. So after you do that, you are ready to open up Blender 3.4. So go ahead and do that, and it will bring you to this page. All you need to do is right click on the box, and you're just going to delete it, or you can just go up here and just delete it. It really doesn't matter, but right click on the box and delete it. And then you're going to go up here to where it says file, and you're going to import the day. So wherever you save your sim when you got it from Sims 4 Ripper, that's what it's called, a day. So I told you guys that I put it in my Blender folder. So I'm gonna go to my Blender folder, and I'm gonna find the sim that I saved, which is Alex Stone. So I'm gonna click that, and I'm gonna import her. She's going to be gray for right now, but you can go up here and click the viewpoint shading, which is the 3rd little ball thing, I guess, up here at the top, and it's going to add color. I'm not really good at the controls, but in order to like rotate, you can hold down on the little scroll part on your mouse, and it just rotates, and it also moves, zoom in, and then it zooms out as well. As far as like moving around, I just use this hand over here to help me move around. And then I told you guys I use the mouse little scroll. I don't know what it's called, but the little mouse little scroll thing, I don't know what it's called, to help you move around and help you zoom in and out. And you just hold it down to do that. So yeah, so she's gonna look a little crazy. Like I told y'all, her tongue is out because I need it for one of these poses. But she's gonna look a little crazy. Your sim is gonna look crazy. It's gonna look a little blotchy. It's not gonna look like nothing. So once you do that, you're gonna go over here to where it says rig, and you're gonna click this arrow, and then you're gonna click on your sim's name. Once you click on your sim's name, they should light up. They should have like an outline around them, and you're gonna go over here to where it says shading. Once you click shading, y'all, it's not gonna, I know it's a lot going on, but I promise you, I don't do too much when it comes to Blender. I'm not the best when it comes to Blender. I just use Blender for real for RPing my sims. Like she's my RP sim, and I use it for my thumbnails. So once you do all that, it's going to take you to this. Like once you click shading, you're going to see all this right here. All you need to do is, this is what you need to do. I'm going to zoom in so you can see. This where it says specular, where it say color, you're going to hold color and drag it back. You're going to drag it to this right here. Boom. Then you're going to drag alpha to alpha. So let me go ahead and show you. Drag alpha to alpha. And then you're going to drag this color to this. And boom. Right? Your sims still look a little weird. Like if they have lashes or their hair might look a little blotchy, they might still look weird because we're not done. Then you go over here to the right side. It's like a little beach ball, but it's called material properties. I always say like a beach ball because that's what it reminds me of. But it'll say material properties. You click this and you scroll all the way down until you see settings. And where it say Blender mode, just click that and click alpha hashed. That's all you need to do. And boom, your sim is looking like themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is what she's supposed to look like. If she doesn't look like this, or if your sim doesn't look like this, then you probably missed the step. So just go back and look it over. So this is what it looks like so far. She looks so freaking cute. Okay, so in order to get them to be able to do a pose, you just click above your sim's name and click rig. Once you click rig, you will see like these little dots all over your sims. It doesn't matter which dot you click, just make sure you click one. And you're gonna right click on one of the dots, and it will bring you to this menu. Once you get this menu, go down to insert keyframe and do location, rotation, and scale. Click that. Location, rotation, and scale. Once you do that, that is perfect. You're then going to go up here to like the edge of this where you see like this little target. You see how it's like a target right here at the top. You're going to hold down left on your mouse and you're going to drag it so you can have 2 windows. You need 2 windows, so you can have 2 windows. Once you have the 2 windows, you're going to go over here to your left side and you're going to click over here and you're going to click to non-linear animations. A non-linear animation. So that's where we at so far. I hope I'm not going too fast because I'm not really good at explaining stuff, but I hope I'm not going too fast. So once you get to this point, you're going to click over here where it says rig action. You're going to click down. You're going to click this little part right here, and it's going to do this. Then you're going to right click on this little orange line, right click, and you're going to delete strips. It's going to say delete strips. Once you do that, perfect. Then you're going to go over here to where it says file and you're going to click append. And append is where you're going to import your pose that you got from Sims 4 Studio. So wherever you save that pose at, just go ahead and find it and click on it. So I told you guys that I saved my pose on my desktop. So I'm going to click on this pose and I'm going to click append. And then it's going to take you to this next page and it's going to say action. So you're going to click action where it says action. And you're going to click on the pose. And then you're going to click append again. Once you click append again, you're going to go over here to where it says add. And then you're going to do add action strip. Once you click add action strip, you're going to click the pose that you just got. You're going to have to repeat this step for your other Sims as well. But once you click add action strip, you're going to click the pose that you append. So I append this pose. And your Sim is automatically going to do that pose. That's why I needed her tongue, y'all. That's why she looked weird. I needed her tongue for that pose. So you're just going to continue to do that. I'm also going to show you guys how to do it with multiple Sims. So I'm going to go ahead and do her girlfriend. So I'm going to lock this right here so she won't do the other pose. Because if you don't lock this and you add another pose, she's going to do that same pose. So I'm going to lock this so she stays in this pose. And I'm going to go ahead and do her girlfriend. But I'm going to do it in speed mode since I showed you guys how to do everything. Okay, so I did the second sim so you guys can see how it works with more multiple sims. Like I told you guys, make sure you lock it so your other sim will stay in that pose and not do what the other pose do. So I'm gonna lock hers as well. So this is the pose, guys. This is so cute. I'm gonna also do the other pose as well. After all that, you guys are gonna go over here and you're gonna click file and you're gonna do save as, and you're gonna save the pose for wherever you want to save it for. I'm gonna say girls. I'm going to put hella S's just in case. And I'm going to save them to my desktop. So make sure you save them like this. So all I told you guys to go to file and then save as so you can do your other pose as well. So let me go ahead and do the other pose. So you will have to uncheck the first one so the second one won't move. And you just repeat what you did for the other poses. And then you're just going to have to lock it again. And then for her pose, you're going to have to do her second pose, whatever pose you want her to do or your sim to do. Just make sure you remember what your poses is because you're going to have a lot of poses, so don't get confused. So once you do that, boom. This is the second pose, y'all. This is so cute. I love it. This is the second pose, but I don't want her to have her tongue out. But I guess no, I don't want her to have her tongue out. So I'm going to go ahead and rip her right quick. Rip the other version of her without the tongue so she won't have her tongue out. And then I'm going to come back. Okay, guys. So I had to rip her right quick because I didn't like the other pose with the tongue. So I just did her right quick without the tongue. So this is what it looks like, y'all. So once you do all this, you're going to do the same thing you did before and you're going to save. I'm going to save it as girls too because this is the second pose and you're just going to click save. So you just continue to do them steps over and over until you know, if you have a lot of Sims in your thumbnails, you're going to have to keep repeating those same steps. But if you don't, then this is the end of your use with Blender for right now. So let's go ahead and try to find a blender scene. I will say though, I get my blender scenes off of Pinterest. All I do is like type in on Pinterest, I type in blender scenes Sims 4, and you just find, you know, blender scenes that you like the most. I usually go for the free ones, y'all, because I like free, okay? So you could just go for the free ones. Like this one says free, and I think I have this one already. But you, whatever like aesthetic you're going for, just try to look for that in your for the blender scenes. So this is all you do with looking for blender scenes. Just keep searching until you find the perfect one you want. I already have a couple blender scenes saved, so I don't have to download any of these. So let me go ahead and try to find which one I'm going to use. Okay, so once you find the blender scene that you want, you just go ahead and click on it and open it up, and just click on it and it'll open up into the scene. If you guys want this scene, I will see if I could put it in the description if you guys want this one, you know, for your thing or whatever. So what I usually like to do when it comes to my thumbnails is I try to think of what my video is about. So if my video is about two girls going out to the club having girls night, then I will try to incorporate that in my thumbnail. So for this little example, I'm just going to do as like the girls going to go, you know, hang out for girls night. So I try to do like a little lounge area for the blender scene. So once you do all that, you're going to go over here to where it says file, and you're going to click append again. Y'all should be familiar with that. Once you click append again, wherever you saved your sims when you saved them as when they was posing together, you click on that. So I saved my sims on my desktop as girls, so we're going to do girls. And then we're going to click object. Instead of action, we're going to click object this time. So we're going to click object, and you're going to hold control down on your keyboard, and you're going to click your sims names. And also rig, whatever rig they, you know, whatever. So you're going to click that as well. So you're going to click your sims names, and you're going to click rig, and you're going to click append. Once you click append, they will pop up right here. So freaking cute. So this is how I told y'all how to move in Blender, but if you guys don't remember, then I'm sorry. But this is how they look in the Blender scene. So I'm going to move them into the appropriate place, like how I want them to be. Like, I don't know if I want them to be, let me see. I think I want them to be possibly closer, like in one of these rooms. So I'm going to push them over. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. So these are the controls where you can push them over. You can also rotate them. You can also move them over here on the side. But I want to undo that because I don't want to move them right now. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can move them closer to the in here, and then I'm going to rotate them. Like I told y'all, this is just for thumbnail purposes. Like this, you know, you don't got to do too much for your thumbnails, and I just make sure that their feet is touching the ground, so they cool. All right, so boom, once we got that, okay, once we do that, we go to the camera. Like I told y'all how to get two windows. Go over here, you hold down on the left side of the mouse, and you just drag it to make two windows. So I do this because I need one side for the camera and one side to see where my scenes need to be placed. So over here where you see the hand and this right here, this is the camera. You're going to click the camera, and wherever the camera is, I think the camera is over here. I think, let me see y'all, hold on. Okay, it's right here. You're going to move it until it gets in front of your sim. So you're just going to rotate it and just move it around until you got, you know, until it's in front of your sims, until it's to your liking. Also, if you're gonna make a thumbnail for YouTube, you have to have the resolution that is made for YouTube. So you're gonna go over here to where it says output properties. You're gonna click this, and you're gonna do, I think the resolution for YouTube is like 1280 by 720, but I don't want to do that because I'm going to use two poses like I told y'all, so I need it to be like this for right now. But if you're only doing one pose, you can just do 1280 by 720. But I need this, so I'm not going to change the property. I'm not going to change the resolution of it. So I'm just going to move it around until it gets to my liking. So once you have the camera to your liking, you can go back over here to where it says, I think it says render properties. Over here where it says render properties. I usually make my thumbnails in cycles. You can use Eevee, but I use cycles. It all depends. I use Eevee to see how, you know, the render is gonna look. But when I'm ready to render, I use cycles. So for right now, I'm gonna use Eevee to see how it's gonna look, you know. So you're gonna go over here to this last little ball area. I don't know what this, like, little beach ball. I'm just gonna call it a little beach ball. You're gonna go over here to the last beach ball to see how it would look if it was to render. This is how it would look if it was to render. So I just do this to make sure the lighting is okay and the lighting is all right, you know. So I feel like it's okay. This is not how it's gonna look when I do cycles. Cycles is like very heavy on the computer. So if your computer is not the best, I mean, I don't suggest not doing it just to see, just see. But I will say though, cycles is very heavy when you try to do it. So that's why I do Eevee when I'm trying to just like see how it would turn out. But when I do cycles, this is how it would look. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the third beach thing so we can go back to this right here. So once you do that, it's over. You can go down to where it says sampling, where it says render. I usually just do 128. I usually do 500. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just gonna do 128. I don't really think it matters what you put right here for this number. I usually do 500, but I'm gonna just do 128 for this video. I usually do that, and then that's basically it. That's all I do as far as picture goes. I don't do all that extra stuff when it comes to rendering. So once I did all that, once I put the number that I wanted for the render under the render, you can put any number. The higher you go, I think it's the better. I think, but I'm gonna just do one. I'm gonna do 500. I'm gonna do what I usually do. I'm gonna just do 500, and once I do that, you're gonna go over here to where it says render, and you're gonna render image. I will say, y'all, it's gonna take a long time. It depends on what blender scene you use, because sometimes some blender scenes take a long time. So it also depends on what blender scene you use. But I will say it's gonna take a minute to load or whatever. So be patient, and yeah. Okay, so this is what it looks like once it rendered. This is what the picture would look like. So I will just save this to my desktop. I'm gonna do picture one. I'm gonna just save it to my desktop and save. Okay, so once it's saved, if you have another pose, you're just gonna go ahead and do the other pose. So I have another pose, so let me go ahead and do that. It will be in speed mode. So yeah. Okay, so this is when I say that I still need Sims 4 Studio. So if you want to add objects into the game, like into your thumbnail, you're gonna also have to go through Sims 4 Studio. So in this pose, she need a bottle of liquor in her hand. So I need to go back into Sims 4 Studio and go ahead and find the liquor bottle. We're gonna do Hennessy. I will put this Hennessy thing in my description if you guys want it. So we're gonna click open. And this is what it looks like. We need to export the texture and as well as the mesh. So we're going to save it as hen text, and then I'm going to also do the mesh as well. We're going to export it, and we're going to do hen mesh. Okay, so once you do that, you're just gonna have to go ahead and append like you do with everything else. Go up here to file and click append. So wherever you save the mesh at, just go ahead and find it. So I saved it on my desktop, so I'm gonna click hand mesh. I'm gonna click append, and I'm gonna go to object, and we're gonna do everything that says Sims 4 Studio. So hold down control and do anything that says Sims 4 Studio with it. You have to click all of them. So click that, and we're gonna click append. So the bottle will pop up. It will have like, hold on, let me show you guys. There we go. It has right there. It will be white because you don't have the texture yet. But I hate seeing this little circle. So all you got to do is click on the circle and right click and delete it. And then you're going to click on the bottle. And once you click on the bottle, you're going to go over here to where it says material properties. And you're going to click this little minus right here. And then you're going to click new. Once you click new, you're going to click where it says base color. You're going to click this little yellow little dot, and you're going to go to image texture. Once you click image texture, wherever you save the texture at, that's where you need to open it from. So I'm going to click open, and I save the texture on my desktop, and it will say hand text. So I'm going to open it, and that's how it's going to look. That's how it should look, like that. So now I need to put it in her hand. I won't lie, it's going to take me a little minute. You know, you got to play around with it. But I'm going to go ahead and do fast mode to put it in her hand. So yeah. Okay, so it's in her hand. This is what it should look like. This is how it would look on this side for the camera mode, and that's how it would look once I render. So I'm done with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and click render again. Well, hold on. I think the Hennessy bottle is backwards. Is it backwards or am I tripping? Yeah, it was backwards. I'm sure, like, I think it's backwards. You don't even say Hennessy. Okay, so that's what it will say. Okay, there we go. And then I'm gonna go over here where it say render, and I'm just gonna render again. Okay, so this is how it would look, y'all. It looked big. Hold on, I think it looked too big. I think I gotta, hold on, I think I gotta change it, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Yeah, maybe we need to do that one and render again because it looked too big. Okay, so once it get like this, you're gonna go back. I'm gonna go ahead and save it. So I'm gonna save it as picture 2. And once it's saved, we're gonna go ahead and go to Canva, and we're gonna go ahead and make it into a thumbnail. Once you saved your pictures from Blender, you're gonna go to Canva. I have an account with Canva. It's best to have an account with Canva so you can have all your stuff saved already, so you won't have to keep doing the same thing over and over. So if you don't know how to use Canva, you're gonna go over here to where it says upload, and you're gonna upload your files. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right quick for you guys. I told you guys I saved it to my desktop, and we're gonna do, I think I redid the picture 1, so we're gonna do picture 2 and 3. And this is where all my other thumbnails be at. This is how I make my other thumbnails. Basically, they look, you know, better than how they usually look. So I'm gonna go ahead, because I usually do 2 pictures, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy this so I won't have to do it over. That's why I said it's best to already have an account so you won't have to keep doing the same thing over and over. And once you do that, I'm going to drag these photos. So once you add your photos into Canva and you make it into a thumbnail format, you're just going to go ahead and do whatever you want. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this, act like, you know, this is for this episode, even though this is not an LP. This is just an example of what I do. And then we're going to title it as Girls Night Out. And there we go. That's how you do your thumbnails. If you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you know when I post. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. It means so much to me, and I'm forever grateful. I hope this video was very helpful, guys. You know, I had to learn how to work Blender. It was very hard, but once you get the hang of it, you will be able to do it. But I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.